Good morning. Actually, it's not morning. It's a little bit later than usual. You know what? We all have our mornings that start off differently. I actually got up really early this morning, but I decided to start my day with a green juice instead of coffee, which threw things off. And so then we had to go do a workout. Sorry, I'm unplugging my, I'm unplugging my coffee maker. Okay. So last week we missed our coffee and conversations because of the holidays here in the US. For those of you guys who are new to these parts, my name is Jasmine Star. I am a photographer and I'm also a business strategist. Every Tuesday I hop in, I brew some coffee, we have some conversations. If you want to go live with me, you can simply request, just scroll up to the top, hit the request button, and then you will come on camera with me to just have a conversation about your business. Every so often we kind of veer off. We talk about personal things, we talk about business, we talk about reality television, we talk about hair curling irons. I mean, it's the full gamut, but hey, every Tuesday I actually look forward to these things a whole ton. So for those of you guys who are here, thank you. Let's go live with the henna project. Her name is, and let's see how it goes from here. I'm always hoping, I always get a little bit nervous about Wi-Fi, not gonna lie. It says that we're waiting. Oh, we're connecting with Nadine.
Hey! Oh my God! How's it going? I can't believe I'm drinking my tea with you.
Oh, great! Good. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. What question can I answer for you today?
Yeah, so I've been blogging and I've been, trying to provide value for my audience. Really niching down on who my audience is. So I've been doing it for about 4 to 5 months now. I know that slow and steady wins the race for sure. My question is, how long did it take for you to sort of see that, your growth actually happening, I hope I was clear in asking my question.
Oh, you were crystal clear. And, I think that for me, there's this part of me that wants to hand over this really hopeful and vibrant and like, oh, tomorrow you're going to see the tides turn. I will say that I started creating content for about 2 years without anybody paying attention before it actually, people started paying attention. So the good news is that social media has really changed the game when it comes to targeting content. Now there are shortcuts. So do I think it'll take you 2 years? It might, but there's a really good chance that it'll take less than that. I know how it feels when you're just like, oh, it's been 6 months, like I'm doing this, I'm not really getting momentum. Yeah. But I will say that once you get the momentum, you're unstoppable. It's just being patient enough to show up every single day, being patient enough to communicate one-on-one, being patient enough to surf like henna hashtags on Instagram and start conversations that you don't know if they're going to lead anywhere. It's going to be patient enough to test Instagram ads or Facebook ads. It's going to be patient enough to understand that every email matters and every networking event matters. All of it goes towards building momentum.
Absolutely. I mean, I know the turtle always wins the race over the hare.
Yes.
But sometimes, it feels like it's a never-ending goal.
I actually had this conversation with a friend last week. We're at lunch, and I said, I'm just tired of being the tortoise. I was like, every once in a while, I would really like to be the hare. Not at the end of the race, but like, I actually had the conversation again with my husband and my business partner. We were walking the dog yesterday morning, and I just said, I feel like things are so slow. Like, I feel like I'm working hard and I'm working fast, but everything, like the results that I want, the vision that I want to create, it's just so slow. But I also remember that when I started my first business, I felt the same way. I felt like everybody else had more, was seen more, had more engagement, had more money, had better clients, had more resources, had a family that supported them in different ways.
Try not to play that comparison game, right? Because you got to stay unique to your own brand, to your own voice, to your own content, to everything you're trying to put out there. So
absolutely. And to kind of like tie it up in like a bow is that we have to understand that when we spend time looking at other people and comparing, we're actually wasting time, valuable time that we could be using to build our business. So, so if they're asking when the tides will turn, I don't have an answer for you, but I can tell you it took me 2 years. And if you're willing to do the work, I have no doubt that the tides will turn for you. You just need 1 or 2 clients that become game changers for you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for, putting me on the air. I mean, I'm totally caught off guard, but I love it.
I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. I hope you have a great day. Keep me posted. Check back with me in a few months. Let me know how things are going.
Will do.
Bye, all. Thank you. That's so awesome. Okay, y'all, you guys can check her out at the Henna Project on Instagram. So be sure to drop her a line, show her some support. We're gonna go. I usually just take the requests as they come in the order. Let's go with Nancy Pauline. Oops. Oh shoot. Do you guys? Somebody makes fun of me because I say oops, and I made fun of somebody else because she says oops, and I was just like, what is it? Is it oops or is it ups? Now that I say it out loud, I feel like I'm not. Hi, how are you?
So I went on live before with you, but I just thank you. I had one simple question. Did you end up getting a business profile? Because I noticed on your story that it's like a swipe up. So I didn't know if that was...
Ooh, I love, girlfriend, I have to tell you, I always tell people, and this is why I just know, like, you're my people, is don't look at what, or don't listen to what I say, watch what I do. And I love that you're asking this nuanced question. And the response is, no, I still have a personal profile. However, if you have a personal profile, you can link to your Instagram TV, or I always say Instagram TV. Why am I so uncool? You can only do the swipe up to your IGTV. Will it always be the case? I don't know, but since I have a personal profile, I'm absolutely like doing that, which would be channeling people to watch long form videos that they weren't previously able to do on the platform.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
It's so good chatting with you.
I just bought your Creative Live video. I remember I watched it like so long time ago, but I just wanted to refresh that course. So
that's so good. That means like the world to me. I wish you all the best as you pursue your photography, and like keep me posted. Keep looking at what I'm doing, boo boo. Okay. Have a good day, doll. Bye. Okay. I like her, guys. Okay, you guys can find her at Nancy_Pauline. If you guys want to check out what she's doing on the gram. Let's see. So Jean Rapp asked, I thought you had to have a certain amount of followers to allow the swipe up function. Yes, that is absolutely true. You need more than 10,000 people to have the swipe up function. And you also need to have a business account. I've had this conversation before. I am still opting to keep a personal account on Instagram for a variety of reasons, but you can go over to IGTV and watch why I'm making that decision, whether or not I'm gonna have a business or a personal profile. In short, I'm keeping it personal for now. That might change tomorrow, but where I know is that I'm going to keep my personal account as long as humanly possible. Okay, let's go with Simply Chasney. I hope I am saying your name right, Simply Chasney. And watch it's not. Like I get so embarrassed. I don't know how to pronounce names or something. I blame my father, whose English is a second language. So he raised us to pronounce words the way that he did. Like instead of saying Perrier for sparkling water, he would say Perrier. Hi, doll. How are you?
Hi.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can. But you know what? I think you're gonna need a better. I think you're gonna need. Oh, dang it. So here's the thing, y'all. I need to make sure that our connection. Did I look savage? Yes or no? Did I look savage? Maybe I did. But all I know is that when we go live, there is nothing more draining than trying to listen and we go back and forth. So when Chasney comes back with a better connection, closer to Wi-Fi, that would be fantastic. I know, you guys. I feel like such a jerk. I totally feel like such a jerk. Okay, let's go to Alexis Janelle. Let's answer some questions while my coffee is, oh shoot. I forgot this very important piece. Oh yeah, going back to my dad, he doesn't say Home Depot, he says Home Depot. You guys, he says, he doesn't say sandwich, he says sandwich. Growing up, I didn't know that you can buy mangoes. I only knew them as mangos. Like, so by the time I got to high school and like not everybody around me was Latina at the time, they were like, what is that? What are you talking about? What is mango? And I was like, you know, the yellow fruit that you peel back and it's sweet. And they're like, did you mean mango? I was like, oh, never mind the fact that like, I think my people harvest it. I think I would know the name. I don't know. But anyway, we're going on a little riff right here. We're waiting for Alexis Janelle, who seems not to be coming in. So, and again, 2 rules of being absolutely savage. Let's go for Aaron Bancroft photo. let's hope that Erin comes in live and direct. We're gonna let's see, us English speak how it's spelled. We pronounce each letter, haha. People have you heard. Exactly. Us Americans, we have no flavor. Hi, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
Can I answer any questions or just here to hang out?
So one of the questions I had, I actually posted it on the comment section. I've definitely started kind of fixing my photos as far as keeping them consistent. I've taken one of your online videos before where you talk about keeping your content consistent. So I'm definitely doing a better job at that. But I'm looking into possibly signing up with Linktree to put on my profile. Is that a good way to get engagement with your posts and your profile to get more followers and get more comments? What's your advice on that?
Well, I can only speak from my personal perspective. Now you can ask 10 other people and they will give you all 10 different, feedback on it. I don't use Linktree because I really want to have a guided conversation for somebody who's a new follower. Like by and large, only new followers are really checking out your profile. Like when's the last time for somebody followed a year that you went back to their profile? Like, let me go and see what John is doing these days. It's
right.
Like they're really for newbies. And when it comes to creating a conversation with a new follower, I don't want to send them to like 6 different links and say, and then say, oh, you can try one of all of these 6 options, because I think that when people have too many options, especially if they're new, it becomes a little overwhelming. So for instance, I always view Instagram like a cocktail party, or if I was going on a first date. If a guy comes to me and says, do you want to go on a date? Obviously, I'm married. I'm not going to go on any dates. But hypothetically, if I was a single girl and a guy came up to me and I agreed to go on the date and he says, well, I just want you to pick from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different options, I would be like, I'm overwhelmed. Like, just break it down to 1 or 2 things for me. So I think that Linktree gives too many options unless you have a business that does a multitude of things and there's no way to harness where the conversation should go. So for instance, if I was a photographer, which I am, so I'm a photographer, and let's say I also sold essential oils, and let's also say that I have a podcast. Well, there's just too many things that are going on that I can't just say a singular link. But anytime I can hone somebody in, my trajectory always, when it comes to my profile, is I want somebody to get to know me and know my business in relation to what it does for them.
Okay.
It could be the most brilliant blog post. It could be the most brilliant podcast. But if it doesn't show value for what my business does for them, I don't want to point them there. And secondly, I really want to point them to an area where they, number one, get value first, know about my business, and then also, if possible, sign up for my newsletter. That way I have 2 opportunities to connect with them, one on Instagram and one in their inbox.
Okay.
Cool. That was easy.
Well, I appreciate your advice. Thank you so much.
I wish you all the best. Good luck. And remember, you're going to be ultimately the best and only person to make the best and only decision for your business. There's not going to be a right or wrong. You can always test it and see how it goes from there.
Okay. Thank you, Jasmine.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. You guys can find her at Erin Bancroft Photo if you guys want to check out more of what she does. Let's go. You guys, I'm so nervous. I literally am getting out of breath here. Out of breath. Let's go with, I have one more person to come in. I think Alexis, Janelle, I tried going live with you, boo. Like, I see you waiting here. Let's try one more time with Alexis. For those of you guys who don't know, it's like 1,000,000 degrees in California. Like, California is always hot, but this is unreal. There you are.
Yay! I made it.
You made it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you this morning? Or this
I'm
day?
great.
Good.
Okay, so I have a question. I am really struggling with my business profile and having a consistent theme, like coloring.
Got it.
Like, I guess the filter. So
Yeah.
I don't know, is it really that important or not?
Okay, so it's important, but
Yeah.
it's not as important as people make it seem to be.
Okay.
Why? Why do I feel so strongly about this? Well, it's important if you're trying to attract a new follower. They want to look at the grid and they want to get a good understanding of how your business is of value to them.
Okay.
If you can have the most prettiest photos, but if people don't understand the value you provide for them, you're still going to have a very hard time getting them to follow you. Now, if you have a grid that's pretty enough, that showcases what your business does, but you do a really good job at explaining who you are, they're going to be more inclined to follow you. However, aesthetics matter on Instagram. Now, how can you kind of hone in what your grid looks like? I kind of break it up into 3 things. I break it up into light, color, and aesthetic. Okay. You can get into those like minutia heavily, however much you want, but let me just give you a breakdown. When it comes to light, I really only want to put a photo next to another photo that has a similar lighting structure. It doesn't have to be the same, but if I was going to go to a Taylor Swift concert, I'm going in September. Yes, I'm going to be spending my anniversary with Taylor Swift and my husband. So fun. So anyway, if I go and I take a picture of us in Houston Astrodome, or where, I don't even know where we're going. We're going to Houston. But if I go and we're in this big stadium, it's going to be night and it's going to be dark. The next photo adjacent to it on my grid should not be a beautifully illuminated brunch photo. Okay. Because the comparison between a really dark photo and a really bright photo, it hurts the eyes. Now, anytime you think about considering light, do a gradation. If you have a really dark photo, then go to a medium dark, to a medium, to a lighter photo. Okay. That way you can create flow so that you don't feel shackled. Like, I can never have a dark photo. You can, but you have to blend them a little bit more. Also, when it comes to coloring, you don't want to have colors that don't blend well together. So for instance, like a color like, if you have something that's really purple, you don't want to put a bright blue photo next to it. You have to kind of think about color palettes. And then it comes to aesthetics, which in my mind, if you have photos that are all really tight, like 2 people kissing, 2 people hugging, your brunch really close to each other, what happens is that your grid looks really busy. It looks really tight. I like to think of aesthetic is, every few photos, I want to make sure that there's breathability, lots of space, a wide photo, or just this tiny little detail in the frame, so that when somebody's looking at the grid, it doesn't all look like I only produce one type of photo or one type of Instagram post. So those 3 things.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. I felt like I talked too long. Sorry. I'm just thorough.
No.
I'm thorough. Thanks, doll. Good luck with your grid, but remember, offer value, showcase what you do, showcase who you are, and that will start attracting more of the right followers. Followers who just don't want to follow something pretty, but followers who could potentially turn into customers.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks, doll. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye. Okay, y'all. So you guys can follow. Oh, dang. Oh, Alexis_Nell. That was it. You guys can follow her if you guys want to check out more of what she does. And Simply Love for Primary. That's insane how you plan out your account. Girl, please. You want to know what's insane? How I organize my refrigerator. That's insane. I color code my LaCroix waters. I color code like my green juices. You guys, one time we went to this restaurant and we had a business meeting, and JD had ordered this flatbread. It was a gluten-free flatbread, and it had like feta on it, and then it had figs. And each slice of the flatbread had a singular fig. And so I got a piece of the flatbread and I cut the flatbread into 6 pieces. And then I got the fig and I cut it into 6 pieces so that each of my piece of my flatbread would have equal proportions of figs. And the gentleman sitting across from me sat there like agape. And he was like, "Did you just cut up a fig 6 ways so that you have equal proportions?" And I was like, "I organize. Like, this is what I do. Like, it just comes from me." But I do know that people pay attention when you pay attention. It could be with figs on flatbread, or it could be how you plan out your Instagram account. On that note, speaking of planning, this wasn't even expected. Do you guys like how I looped this around? I have a class coming up next week. I can't believe I wasn't talking about that. If you go to jasminestar.com/plan, I'm going to teach you how I plan out 30 days of Instagram posts in just 1 day. So what I just did with homegirl Alexis_Nell a couple minutes ago, you guys can watch me do it live, my approach, how to make sure that I am showing up on Instagram every single day and every Tuesday for coffee and conversations. You guys can check that out at jasminestar.com/plan. I hope you guys have a great day. I love these conversations. They give me life. I'm inspired by you because you guys allow me to step into my purpose, which is to help entrepreneurs build a business of their dreams and create a life that they love. I hope you have a great day. I will see you here next week. Much love, y'all. Bye.